Assalamu alaikum, dear sisters. Have you ever felt like Allah is taking you through a season of change, like something within you is shifting, even if your circumstances haven't caught up yet? What if those feelings weren't random, but signs from Allah Himself? You see, when Allah wants to make a woman rich, not just with money, but with barakah, purpose, and influence, He begins by transforming her soul. Before the wealth reaches her hands, it reaches her heart. In this video, we'll explore 5 powerful spiritual signs that may appear before Allah blesses a woman with wealth. These signs are subtle but life-changing, and if you're experiencing them, it could mean you're being prepared for something much greater than you imagined. So stay with me till the end. You might discover that what felt like a delay was actually divine preparation. Let's begin this eye-opening journey together. Sign 1. You start detaching from materialism. One of the first and most subtle signs that Allah is preparing a woman for wealth is that her heart begins to lose interest in materialistic desires. Where once she may have been attracted to luxury brands, social status, or the need to constantly upgrade her lifestyle to match others, she now begins to find those things empty. The glitter of the dunya no longer excites her the way it used to. This shift doesn't mean she starts to hate wealth. It means she starts to value what wealth can do more than how it looks. Her focus turns inward. She starts reflecting on how money could be a means of earning Allah's pleasure. Through sadaqah, helping family, supporting the needy, or building something meaningful. She becomes less concerned with owning and more focused on impacting. Interestingly, this detachment is not forced. It comes naturally through spiritual awakening. Her priorities shift. She begins to appreciate modesty, gratitude, and contentment. She realizes that wealth without purpose is an illusion. She may even start simplifying her lifestyle, not out of poverty, but out of wisdom. This inward change prepares her heart to handle wealth with humility. When she's no longer controlled by money, that's when Allah begins trusting her with it. This stage is crucial, because Allah does not want wealth to destroy her. He wants it to empower her, and so He purifies her heart first. This detachment is not loss, it is transformation. It is the making of a woman who can handle blessings without arrogance and success without losing her soul. It's a sign that something greater is coming, but only for those who are willing to let go of the world, to be ready for what truly matters. Sign 2. Sudden hardships arise. Another powerful sign that Allah is preparing a woman for wealth is that she begins to experience unexpected trials, especially in areas she once felt secure. These hardships may come in the form of financial struggles, broken relationships, career setbacks, or emotional instability. While they may seem painful and confusing at first, they are not punishments. They are divine preparation. Before Allah gives a woman wealth, He often strips away the things that made her feel dependent. He removes her attachments, not to hurt her, but to build resilience, trust, and spiritual strength. Hardships break the illusion of control. They teach her to lean entirely on Allah. When she can no longer rely on people or worldly means, she starts seeking strength through Tawakkul, complete trust in Allah, which is the foundation of spiritual wealth. These trials also expose weaknesses that must be addressed before success arrives. A woman may learn patience she never had before, or gain emotional maturity, wisdom, and self-control. Allah refines her character, much like gold is purified through fire. He does not just want to give her wealth. He wants to ensure she's the kind of woman who will use that wealth righteously, with gratitude and humility. Hardships are a spiritual cleansing process. They remove pride, entitlement, and reliance on dunya. They shape her into someone who can carry wealth without being carried away by it. When she begins to view every difficulty as a step toward divine elevation rather than a setback, her entire mindset shifts. So, if you are facing sudden challenges, don't lose hope. These are not signs of rejection. They may be signs of preparation. Allah is not pushing you down. He is building the foundation for something greater to rise from within you. Sign 3. You crave sadaqah and helping others. A deeply spiritual sign that Allah is preparing a woman for wealth is the awakening of her heart toward giving. She begins to feel a sincere urge to help others, not out of obligation or show, but from a place of genuine compassion. Her heart feels restless when she sees someone in need. Even when she has little, she still feels the desire to share. This is not ordinary generosity. It is a divine transformation of the soul. Allah is softening her heart and aligning her intentions with His wisdom. He knows that true wealth is not in what you possess, but in what you give. So He nurtures within her the spirit of sadaqah, charity. She may start small, feeding someone, paying quietly for someone's need, supporting an orphan, or even just spreading knowledge. But over time, her giving becomes a habit, a source of joy, and a sign of spiritual readiness. This craving to give is not random. It is Allah's way of preparing her to handle larger wealth with purpose. When a woman begins to experience satisfaction in serving others, she is proving that her heart values barakah over accumulation. She's being trained to be a vessel for rizq, not just a recipient of it. Also, Allah promises in the Quran that whatever you spend in His way, He will return it multiplied. So, when this woman gives, even before she becomes wealthy, she is already planting the seeds of abundance in her future. Her acts of sadaqah become investments in her dunya and akhirah. This pure craving to help is a sign that she is becoming aligned with divine purpose. It shows that Allah is getting ready to trust her with more, because He knows she will use it to benefit His creation. Sign 4. You begin making dua with deep sincerity. One of the clearest signs that Allah is preparing a woman for something greater, especially wealth rooted in barakah, is that her connection with Him through dua becomes deeper and more heartfelt. She no longer makes dua casually or only in times of desperation. Instead, she finds herself turning to Allah consistently, in moments of gratitude, hope, and even silence. This shift happens quietly. She begins to speak to Allah like a close companion. Her du'as become more specific, more emotional, and more trusting. She may cry in sujood, ask for clarity, pray for halal wealth, and seek guidance on how to use her blessings for good. She starts to understand that dua isn't just a request. It's a form of surrender and alignment with divine will. What's special here is not just that she's asking, but how she's asking. Her tone carries humility, and her heart carries yaqeen, certainty, that Allah hears her and responds, even if she doesn't see results immediately. This level of sincerity reflects maturity in faith. It means she's ready to receive from Allah, because she no longer relies on her own plans. She relies on His. Through this process, her inner world transforms. She becomes more aware of her intentions, more connected to her purpose, and more patient in her journey. This kind of dua opens doors no effort can. It invites not only provision, but wisdom, timing, and protection. When a woman starts making sincere dua regularly, especially for purposeful wealth, it's a spiritual sign that she's being heard and being prepared. Allah may not give instantly, but this deepening connection means He's near. And when He is near, nothing is impossible. This stage is sacred because it means He's working on her soul before He increases her in sustenance. Sign 5. Your mindset shifts from scarcity to tawakkul. Trust in Allah. A powerful spiritual shift occurs when a woman moves from a mindset of fear and lack to one of trust and abundance through tawakkul. She no longer views her circumstances through the lens of what she doesn't have, but through the belief that Allah is fully capable of providing whatever she needs at the right time and in the best way. This shift is not just intellectual, it's emotional and spiritual. Worry about money, competition, or not having enough begins to fade. She stops constantly comparing her journey to others and starts focusing on her own path with calmness. She works hard, yes, but she no longer ties her worth or success to effort alone. She trusts that whatever is written for her will reach her, and that Allah never withholds without a greater purpose. With tawakkul, she begins to feel safe in Allah's plan, even when she doesn't understand it fully. This brings peace during delays and gratitude even in scarcity. She learns to say, Alhamdulillah, not only after receiving, but even while waiting. This inner strength becomes her most valuable asset. A woman who operates from this space becomes emotionally stable and spiritually grounded. Her decisions are no longer driven by desperation, but by wisdom and faith. She doesn't chase wealth. She positions herself for it with dignity and certainty. And when it comes, she handles it with grace. This shift from scarcity to tawakkul is a divine signal. Allah is preparing her for greater responsibility and risk. Because true wealth isn't just about money, it's about the heart that carries it. And a heart filled with trust in Allah is already richer than most. This is the mindset of a woman being prepared for meaningful, lasting success. If you recognized any of these signs in your own journey, know that it's not a coincidence. Allah may be preparing you for a life of purposeful wealth and divine blessings. Stay patient, stay connected to Him, and trust the process. If this video touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Ineer Deen for more soul-nourishing reminders. Comment below. Ya Allah, bless me with halal wealth and use me for your cause. May Allah fill your life with barakah, contentment, and success in both worlds. Ameen.